What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here, and I realize that the marker is not showing up as well as it did on the last video. Oh well, I'll explain it though. If you can read it, you can read it. If you can't, well, I can, so I'll just listen to what I say. And if you're deaf, I'm sorry. Vegas and Dallas, Western Conference Final. I'm wearing my William Karlsson Vegas jersey, number 71 right here. And I'm worried. As a Vegas fan, as Vegas being my second favorite team, I'm worried. Vegas number 1 in the West, Dallas number 2 in the not only number 1 in the West, number 1 in the Pacific, Dallas number 2 in the Central. To get here, Vegas beat wild card 2 Winnipeg in 5, and then beat number 2 in the Pacific Edmonton in 6. Dallas beat number 3 in the Central Minnesota in 6, and then beat the wild card 1 Seattle Kraken in 7 games. Really was wishing for Seattle to win that. An expansion conference final would have been so fun. Factors for both of these teams. It was hard to pick them out. I will say I put defense for Vegas because I think they have a little more defensive potential. For Dallas, I put offense just because they have so many weapons on that team that can hurt you. I mean, you could see the amount of scores compared. You have 5 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not to mention there are some that came in last round that really stood out, including Thomas Harley and who else am I thinking of? My mind's blanking. But, yeah, so we'll talk. So that's why I put offense for Dallas. In terms of meetings with these teams, pause right here for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Allergies suck. So meetings on January 16, 2023 in Vegas, Dallas wins 4-0 in Vegas. February 25th, 2023 in Vegas, Dallas wins 3-2 in a shootout, so they win both games in Vegas. And then on April 8th, 2023 in Dallas, Dallas wins 2-1 in a shootout. So Dallas takes all 3 of the season. They sweep the season series with Vegas. And 2 of those games go to a shootout, which might show you that we might be getting some overtime in the series if these teams continue to play like they have in the recent memory. Let's talk about point scorers and goaltending. Eichel, 6 goals, 8 assists, 14 points, leads the team. And by the way, he just beat the number 1 pick in that draft where he was number 2, Connor McDavid. Mark Stone, 5 goals, 7 assists, 12 points. Stevenson, 6 goals, 4 assists, 10 points. My boy, Jonathan Marchessault, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. My other boy, William Karlsson, 5 goals, 3 assists, 8 points. Adin Hill comes in after Brisebois gets hurt. 3-1, .934 save percentage. He's been phenomenal. That third period in Game 6 against Edmonton, if you didn't watch that, you might as well have been doing cartwheels in net. He was saving. He did not let anything in. About 20 shots went his way. He got them all. Brisebois, 5-2 with an .894 save percentage before getting injured. Unfortunate, but Hill has been filling in admirably. In terms of Dallas, Hintz leads the way with my best candidate for Conn Smythe of Dallas wins right now. 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points. Robertson, 2 goals, 10 assists, 12 points. Bet they want Robertson's goals to pick up a bit, but he's been passing, so that's all that matters. Max Domi, the acquisition from Chicago, had a fantastic second round against Seattle. 3 goals, 8 assists, 11 points. Either he's earning himself an extension or he's earning himself just a pay raise somewhere else, because I'm not sure if Dallas can afford to keep him. Pavelski, in 8 games, he's played 8 games this playoffs because he had that concussion earlier in the season. 8 goals in those 8 games, along with 2 assists for 10 points. He has been their best player, I think, in the Seattle series for sure. Ben, 2 goals, 8 assists, 10 points. Sagan, 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points, and I honestly can't believe Sagan has 5 goals. I thought he's looked miserable out there. Dadonov, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points. Heiskanen, no goals, 9 assists, 9 points. Of course, he's got blood. He's got like a scar near his eye right now with the puck he took there. And I want to give an honorable mention to Thomas Harley. He was their best defenseman in the second round against Seattle. He had 8 points in that round. Allergies do suck. I was happy I was able to pause that in time. Ottinger is now 8-5 with a .903 save percentage. I don't think that tells the story. Ottinger's been great. He's been pulled a couple times when Seattle lit him up, especially in that 7-2 game. But he's looked fine. I have no issue with the way Ottinger's playing. And I think playoff Ottinger might be the best goalie in the league. Wedgwood, .833 save percentage. He doesn't have a record. He's came in relief, and so he's not faced a lot of shots. Thus why he has an .833 save percentage. Now, who do I think is going to win the series? I'm wearing a Vegas jersey. I'm supporting Vegas, and yet I think Dallas is going to win the series. Piece of evidence number one. They won in 2020 in 5 games, and these are basically the same teams going at it. Number 2. Vegas is known for losing in the Western Conference Final. This is their 4th time here in 6 years, and they've only advanced one of those times to the Stanley Cup Final, and that was their first year. They choked against Dallas. I'm not going to say they choked. They were pretty close in the standings. They choked against Montreal. That I don't even want to talk about that. I can name where I was in Game 3 when Fleury gave up the puck behind the net. I was in Vegas when that happened, ironically. I was in Vegas for Games 3 and 4 of that series, visiting my grandparents. At Games 1 and 2, I was in Arizona. Games 3 and 4, I was in Vegas. Game 5, I was in Colorado. In Game 6, I was on the road in Nebraska. It was a very... I was losing my mind watching that series, especially after Game 3. I said they just blew it. But I was on the strip in Game 4 when Nick Waugh put in that goal. Completely off topic, but it was a good memory there. But Fleury giving that puck up behind the net, I know exactly where I was. So, yeah, I think Dallas is going to win the series. I hope they don't, but Dallas, Hintz, Robertson, Domi, Pavelski, Benn, Sagan, Dadonov, Heiskanen going up against Eichel, Stone, Stevenson, Marchessault, Carlson. Maybe add Riley Smith in there. He's been not as prominent as he has been. He is getting older, of course. But, Hill has a chance to keep them in the series, but he's going to be facing Ottinger on the other end, so I'm going to have to give goaltending also to Dallas. Dallas's only hope is that their defense can hold up against the kind of star-powered Vegas offense. You got Eichel, you got Stone, Stevenson, Marchessault, Carlson, Smith. You had a very heavy top 6. But that's going to be all for this one, guys. I'm thinking about doing the Arizona one that I mentioned 2 videos ago next. I'm debating I'm in between it. Maybe I'll set the video up and do it tomorrow, because there also is no games tomorrow. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys. Actually, not today. There is games tomorrow. What am I saying? There was no games yesterday or today. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.